What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back again doing another fix a team rebuild. So still being patient for 2K19. It's been a grind for sure. I just can't wait for 2K19. So if you guys are enjoying my videos, make sure to leave a like and of course subscribe if you haven't already. But let's go ahead and fix the Detroit Pistons, who could use some help. And Van Gundy being gone and all is great for the Detroit Pistons, but look at the state that Stan Van Gundy left the Pistons in. Yes, they're decent and all, but Blake Griffin on that huge contract is just kind of insane. Andre Drummond, of course, a great center, and definitely nowhere he's gonna go. Reggie Jackson, a decent at best point guard for him. Ish Smith, a nice backup, and they're hoping Luke Kennard and Stanley Johnson. Well, Stanley Johnson basically has one more year to prove himself, or he might be out of the league. But Luke Kennard can hopefully step up and make something good of himself. They signed Zaza Pachulia and Jose Calderon this last offseason. Nothing too great, and Glenn Robinson III as well. So that's not a bad move. But the other two were just eh. But now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this team today. But one thing I do know for sure is that we're going to go ahead and send Kyrie Thomas to the G League. And we might even send Luke Kennard. Nah, let's leave Luke Kennard. But Stanley Johnson, definitely a guy that has 1 year left to prove himself. And then he has a contract. This is his contract year. He hasn't shown a whole lot in the NBA. He's been decent, but nothing great. And the Pistons really need to look for him to step up, or this might be maybe his last really good contract, or he might be getting a veteran minimum deal or something like that. Maybe not too crazy like that, but Stanley Johnson, you just got 1 more year. So basically, guys, I'm not sure how I want to start off this video. I know there's a lot of terrible contracts on this team, like Jason Smith, or John Lewis's contract is terrible. They don't have Jason Smith anymore, I guess. Or did they buy him out? I don't remember. But John Lewis's contract is not good. They have Layson Galloway for 2 years, who's he's okay, but I still don't like his contract either. And then Reggie Jackson and Blake Griffin's contract are obviously the big elephants in the room. So, I mean, the Pistons, they can go ahead and try it out with everyone healthy, and I'm sure they could possibly make the playoffs, but how far will they go is a real question. It's not like this is a championship team by any means, and we're not going to have cap space next year, so really, we need to figure out what we're doing with this team. What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? What are we doing? So, Andre Drummond is safe. Blake Griffin, not so much, and Reggie Jackson, not so much. So, Blake Griffin, I might execute a trade at the trade deadline. I don't know. I don't even know what teams would be interested in you or what I could give for you. And obviously, guys, I'm a realistic rebuilder, so I have to be realistic in some points that the Hornets are not trading Kemba Walker and Batum for Blake Griffin. Well, I mean, I guess that's a possibility, but I don't see that trade going down. Harrison Barnes, Paul Millsap, Bojan, Drew Holiday. I'll probably wait till the offseason to make any moves on Blake Griffin just because, I don't know. We'll just see about that. But Reggie Jackson is a candidate that I could trade at the trade deadline possibly. So I'm going to go ahead and just simulate, see how this team does at first, and then I'll probably see you guys at the trade deadline. There are some moves that need to be made. At the trade deadline, we're going to be trading Reggie Jackson away for DeMarre Carroll and Shabazz Napier. Basically, we don't want to pay Reggie Jackson next year. It's just not working out. This team is not going to make the playoffs once again, and it's time to just basically blow it up. Not really blow it up necessarily, but it's time to make some moves, and that is unfortunately going to be the way this happens. So DeMarre Carroll and Shabazz Napier headed to the Pistons here, and Reggie Jackson headed to the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah, that's how that's going to go down. And then let's see, we got Ish Smith, Reggie Bullock, DeMarre Carroll, Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, Luke Kennard. Actually, I would like getting more minutes over Reggie Bullock. So Luke Kennard, DeMarre Carroll, Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, Reggie Bullock, Stanley Johnson, Zaza. Yeah, so that's how great our rotation is. But yeah, like I said, let's do that instead. So this is how it looks, and nothing is going that great. Shabazz Napier is a nice backup point guard now. So yeah, not the greatest, but we did get rid of Reggie Jackson's contract, I guess. So that's a plus. We'll have 10 mil in cap space next year, probably about 7, 8, 6 mil. Nothing too crazy, or probably even less than that. Actually, we might decline Henry Ellison's team option just because, I don't know, not doing too great. But let's go ahead and simulate to the end of the season, finish this out, and we got some moves to make in the offseason. At the end of the season, Andre Drummond does win Defensive Player of the Year, 16 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 2 steals, so not bad. Okay, now Andre Drummond, nothing great here. So 11th in the conference, nothing good whatsoever. Player stats, Blake Griffin led the way with 23 points. So Blake Griffin can still ball, as you guys can see. I hope the rest of the NBA is watching that when I try to trade him this offseason, because his contract is massive, and I don't think Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond lead to much success. I just don't, unfortunately. I thought the trade looked good on paper, but when you see these two fitting next to each other, as far as 2K is concerned, this fit is not good. That's what 2K thinks, and I'm playing 2K, so I might as well try to change it up here, because we got to fix them, right? We got to fix the Pistons, not make them worse. And then we got, actually we should have our pick, but the Clippers have it because of that trade, and this season is behind, so whatever. Though I won't even worry about it, to be honest. So, well, should I get my pick? I should have it, because that trade is already over now. So let me get that pick real quick, I guess. Let me give them my 2nd round pick, and they're gonna give me my 1st rounder back. Pistons, we get the 8th pick. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Now we got it. So we should have that pick, because that trade is over with now. So let's turn that back off. So we have the 8th pick. We have Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, Shabazz Napier, Lance Galloway, John Lewis, all under contract. So one thing I should do right now is just, John Lewis, let's just unload you right now. 2 2nd round picks attached to you. Chetty Osman, Kyle Anderson, Ryan Anderson. No way I'm taking Ryan Anderson. James Nunley. Why are they giving me 1st round picks? I don't understand. Chetty Osman. I'll take Chetty Osman here. So Chetty Osman for 2 2nd round picks. That's fine. What about Langston Galloway's contract? Isn't horrible, but I would like to get rid of him as well. 2K is glitched. That glitch is so annoying. I hope that really gets fixed in 2K19, because that is super annoying to deal with. Jonah Bolden, and they'll give me a 2nd round pick for Galloway. Why not? We'll do that as well. So unloading some contracts. Now we have Blake Griffin and the 8th pick. What can I get with Blake Griffin and the 8th pick? Zach LaVine, Wendell Carter Jr., Kevin Love for Blake Griffin straight up. That would be interesting, for sure it would be. Lou Williams and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Blake Griffin back to the Clippers. That's not going to happen. Mike Conley and the 7th pick. So I'd get the point guard and Mike Conley to play with Andre Drummond, and I get the 7th pick. The Grizzlies would take Blake Griffin in return to play. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. The 2nd pick, the Hawks will take Blake Griffin for the 2nd overall pick and the 8th pick. That's intriguing. I might have to come back to that one. Hopefully there's Rudy Gobert, and Rudy Gobert's on the Hornets. Okay, that's interesting. And Tony Parker. The 3rd pick in Willie Cauley-Stein. That's not bad either. Cauley-Stein off the bench wouldn't be too terrible. The 4th pick in Tim Hardaway. Aaron Gordon, Evan Fournier, D'Angelo Russell, Joe Harris, Gary Harris, Will Barton, Eric Gordon. The 6th pick in TJ Warren. That's not a bad deal either. The Suns would get Blake Griffin to play next to Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. I'm kind of liking that. I think that makes sense. Wiggins, that also makes sense as well. Now, kind of, if Jimmy Butler were to leave, then no, it doesn't. If Jimmy Butler were to stay, then this trade makes somewhat sense, but I don't know if Jimmy Butler's staying. Call him Draymond Green, Otto Porter, Dwight Howard. So, I think my favorite trade out of all these was the 6th pick, TJ Warren, and we get the 6th pick. So we're basically unloading a lot of salary, and we get a nice 6-man off the bench. I'm definitely not starting TJ Warren just because he can't hit the 3 ball. He's not a very good space to the floor. But we get the 6th pick, we move up 2 spots, and we unload Blake Griffin's contract. Yes, not a great trade, but Pistons move Blake Griffin to Suns for TJ Warren. You don't even see trades as stupid in 2K. It's mostly, yes, that is true. It's mostly for the contract, all right? It's mostly for Blake Griffin's contract. If not, if Blake Griffin was on a good contract, then I wouldn't even have moved him. But 2K does not like Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond together. And the point of this video is to fix them. If I don't even make the playoffs, then what's the point? I definitely failed. So, the 6th pick, let's see who's available. We have Romeo Langford, who's still here, which is absolutely probably the move. Nasir Little, although I never get Nasir Little. Maybe I should go with him for once. What's his 3-point? B+ position. Wait, what is... No. He's a C-. Romeo Langford. How tall is he? 6'5", so can't ideally put a 6'6". Kellen Grady. Let's go with Nasir Little. I never get him. Let's go ahead and just get him. I've never gotten him. I always go with Romero Langford, Kevin Reddish, or RJ Barrett. So I like this. We'll do that. We'll get this year a little. So now, guys, I will see you guys in free agency to where moves will be made. Alright, guys, so here we are in free agency. We're going to be landing the point guard Kemba Walker to pair next to Andre Drummond. Kemba Walker, it's time for you to come to a team that has a little bit better of a team than the Charlotte Hornets. So we're going to do that, renouncing Sterling Johnson as well. We need a power forward who can stretch the floor. Marcus Morris, I felt like I could afford him, but it wouldn't let me afford him. Thaddeus Young, if I can't afford Marcus Morris, I imagine I can't afford you. Al-Farouq Aminu, probably won't be able to afford him. I still can't afford him, so I can't afford either of these guys. I don't know how much money we supposedly have, but apparently we can afford anyone. So now, how much money do we have? We have 4.16 million. So we probably just need to trade away like 2 million, and we'd be able to afford Marcus Morris. So is there anyone out there? Chetty Osman or Glenn Robinson III is probably going to get out of here. Which actually probably could trade both of them just because we already have depth at that position. MKG. Might even be able to look for stretch more in here, honestly. Maurice Harkless. MKG. Bielitsa. Mason Plumlee. Let's go with this Alex Lynn trade. Except, yeah, Glenn Robinson, Chetty Osman for Alex Lynn. Let's do that. So, get a nice, decent backup center. And then, is Marcus Morris still here? He's not. That's so unfortunate. What about, still can't afford Aminu. Frank Kaminsky. Man, that sucks, because Marcus Morris, I think, would have been a nice fit. Trey Lyles, a little too much money. Jermichael Green, I guess, might be the move. Channing Frye. I need someone that, Jonas Jerebko can hit it, but Jarrell Martin, Luke Cornette. Chris Bosh? No, I'm not going to have someone on the court that can die. No, okay, that's a little rude, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think, obviously, he might not be able to ever play again, unfortunately. So, yeah, it looks like we're kind of screwed at the 4 spot. We got Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier, Luke Kennard. Kyrie Thomas' 3 position is fine. Jonah Bolden is our 3 right now, or our 4. And I'm not a big fan of that. So, I definitely need to just sign someone, I guess. Just go with whatever I can. Jeff Green looks like the most intriguing option here, I guess. Hopefully he doesn't go down too much. Okay, it goes to the Spurs anyway, so don't even get him. Ed Davis can't hit the 3s. Larry Nance, Jonathan Motley. What about him? F, 3-point. Mike Scott, I guess. Might have to be my starting 4, although I'm not a big fan of that. But it might have to be the starting 4, so you guys see the rotation. You guys see how it's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and assimilate to the end of next year, where hopefully this team is a playoff team, and we have officially fixed the Detroit Pistons a little bit. Just like that, the Pistons are back in the playoffs after being 8th seed, losing to the Cavaliers a couple of seasons ago. So we're back in the playoffs, which I consider the Pistons to be fixed after a season like that. So 21 points, 7 assists, 16 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Mr. Little had 16 points, TJ Warren 13, Mike Scott 11, Luke Kennard 11. So Kyrie Thomas had 9 off the bench. So in my opinion, the Pistons making the playoffs just shows that I fixed this team up just a bit. So let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Chicago Bulls in the first round, which is going to be an interesting series. So they're up 3-1. Let's see if we can come back in this. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, but let's try anyway. And let's see if we can get a win here and force a game 6. It looks like we're going to almost be able to, but it looks like we're going to lose here. 107-111, so we just won enough. 1 in 5 games, but at least I made the playoffs with the Pistons, okay? A lot of people might not even have the Pistons making the playoffs this year, so. Anyways, guys, like I said, I do appreciate you guys always for clicking on. You guys are literally have no idea how much you guys keep me on my grind, but you guys are just amazing. That's all I have to say. Subscribe if you haven't already, alright, man? Just subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me that you guys do click on, but right now, as you guys are seeing, my closet is a little back there. That's where my setup is, but I'm planning on moving out here. It's going to look so good when it's done. It's a work in progress right now, but I am very excited for the final product, and I will show you guys, but it may not be done for a while. I'm not sure I'm going to move my setup back out here. I originally had my bed and stuff out here, but there wasn't enough room for my setup, so that's why I kind of moved it into a closet, but I'm ready to change it back. So anyways, enough rambling. Thank you guys. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.